And I also got to play him as, I play his son in the movie, but he plays an ex-fighter, and I box, so I got to play him as in all the flashbacks and do him as a young man too, all the boxing scenes. So, you know, those two guys, they're just heroes of mine, and I'm just super blessed, you know, super blessed, yeah.
This guy was big before Walking Dead, big during Walking Dead. He's going to be even bigger going into his next play. We're gonna keep our eyes on you, buddy.
I'm gonna keep my eyes on you, man.
How you doing, buddy? Go for it.
Hey, how are you, John?
Hey, what's up? Good. Man.
With Shane dying fairly early in the comic book,
yeah.
Where do you go about trying to find your motivation going forward after that for the couple of seasons that you were on the show?
Well, I'll be honest with you, and I know I don't want to get stabbed by a pencil. I know this is like a Comic Con, but I didn't really pay too much heed to the comic in that sense. You know, I read this script, this pilot script that blew my mind. I thought it was the best written pilot script I'd ever read, and it was the first year, you know, in my career where, you know, pilot season's kind of big for actors that are just kind of starting out when when the new shows are made, and. You know, I read this, and I actually got offered a couple other TV shows, and I would never suggest this to any actors starting out, but I turned those down because I needed to audition for The Walking Dead, because I read that and it was so wonderful. Man, it's the longest answer to the simplest question, but point is I read this script and I was just, this is so freaking badass, and it's Frank Darabont, and then it was AMC, and then it was, you know, I met this great cast, and it was just this the thing just kept getting better and better and better, and then I heard that it was based on a comic book, so I read the graphic novel, and my dude is like dead like that, like by the time like one sandwich in, dude's dead, you know what I mean? And so I kind of had to, you know, there's one sort of panel of Shane when Rick first comes back in the graphic novel, where he's got his hat on and he's just kind of like staring at Rick and Lori, and that's the thing from the comic I think that helped me more than anything. It's just that, you know, it's just a huge shot of his face, you know, and like everything that was going on, and I think that really spoke to the complexity of what was going on. But I feel like the TV show, you know, Frank really wanted to scratch out the wound of what the Shane and Rick relationship was, and like really dig into it. So I was grateful for the chance. Rock and roll, man. Yeah.
I think while Rick was a moral compass for everybody, you were for lack of a better word, the executioner. You executed basically what Rick would want to do, as well as everyone else, and I think that you served a very, very good purpose until you boned his wife, man.
But it's also like Andy Lincoln's such a badass of an actor. You know, he had the patience to sort of become who he became in season 3, and I think he adapted and adopted a lot of the shit that was going on with Shane, and he brought that out in Rick in season 3, and he's a wonderful friend and wonderful actor. You know.
Hi. Hi.
Hey.
So I'm trying really hard not to like hate you because of your character.
Stop hating me, girl.
Shane, you know what? Shane, I wanted to kill him.
Come on, dude.
I'm sorry. Hey, I mean, you're good looking and everything, but that does not make up for your character.
AV crew, could you please turn off her mic?
No, I just want to say, like, with the whole Shane being so violent and Carl being around that, I mean, I know it's just your character, but did you, in a way, feel personally responsible for the way his character's going, getting more violent, or do you think it's just a situation he's in?
I mean, I think it's all the above. You know, look, you know, I think Shane was really the first character that became a creature of this new world. I think he figured it out, you know, the day he whooped Ed's ass by the side of the water. You know, it was Lori says, "Stay away from me, stay away from my kid." He's got all this going on, and then he sees this guy beating on his lady, and you know, he stops it and he starts whooping on him. But then he's like, you know what? There's no laws here. I can do whatever I want. This kind of feels good, you know. And it's one of those things where, you know, I think he starts to discover, oh shit, this is there's no rules here. There is no law here. And I think he finds it again when he trains his gun on Rick when they're walking through the woods in season 1. He's like, wait a second, I could just do this right now, and there's nobody to answer to. So I think Shane's the first one that kind of figured out that like you can't live in that kind of world with rules and like trying to do the right thing and all that. It's out the window. And I think all of these characters are slowly but surely getting to that point. I just think Shane was kind of the first one, you know. But I think it's also what ended up, you know, building that wall around his heart. It's kind of what ended up killing him, I think.
Okay, hey, young man, go for it.
What's up, dude? Are you filming while you're asking?
From the...
Wait.
just take that. I would never be able to do those two things at once. I just mad props to you, man. Yeah.
Sir, you're not videotaping and asking a question at the same time, are you?
No.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Whatever. Go ahead.
Have at it.
From the transition between How I Met Your Mother, the role that you played on that show, and to Walking Dead, what was that transition like?
Oh shit, man. There's a lot of Carlos and Shane, man. You know, it's just like one thing leads to another. Dude, I have no idea what to say about that. Yeah. I mean, the only thing is that, you know, back then, you know, I had hair down to here, and that's, you know, still when I look in the mirror, I'm like, who is this nerd? Because I can't believe I have such short, like, I'm just a long-haired dude. That's just always what I've been. And Frank, I remember in the auditions, we did the screen test and we shot it, and Frank and I still had my long-ass hair, and Frank's like, that's great, we could have used that, except I would probably get killed by the Comic Society because I cast a beach pirate as Shane. Because I was long-ass, unruly hair. So, yeah, man, Carlos has nothing to do with nothing, man. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate the question, man.
Thank you.
All right, you got my best side, right, dude? We got you in our database. We know who you are. Hi.
Hi, I just want to say I love you, and I was Team Shane all the way, still
Thank you,
am.
sweetheart. Rock and roll.
Also, during season 3, how fast do you think Shane would have taken care of the governor problem?
Dude, done. Super quick.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, hello, Miss Captain America again. This is Captain.
I'm originally from Georgia, so
Nice.
I'd like to ask, what are some of your favorite or least favorite things about shooting down there?
Oh shit, I love Georgia, girl. I loved it there. I mean, everyone talks about the bugs and the heat, and you know how it is, and the heat and stuff, but I think that, I mean, I don't want to get all like serious and lame and whatever, but like, I think that Georgia is a huge character of that show, and I think that the show would not be the show without that dense, thick, milky, you know, Georgia woods and that heat that's just everywhere, and you know, the crew that's down there, Georgia people are just badass, and I think that it's a huge, huge, huge part of the show, and the show would not be the show if it wasn't shot in Georgia, you know?
Thank you.
Right on.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, John.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm geeking out over here.
I don't worry about it. When's Norman getting here, by the way? Fucking Norman, dude. Fair enough. All right, go ahead, sweetheart.
I understand there's just as long of a line down there as yours.
Okay.
Were, and I'm
Okay, fair enough.
sure he'll make it up.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You said that when you were reading the pilot, you were immediately struck by how good it was, so you obviously had high expectations of the show. I was just wondering what surprised you the most about working on The Walking Dead?
You know, I think that anytime you, especially in TV, you get a job and you're like, oh, this is the best thing ever, right? And then you get there and you meet the cast and you're like, there's like one or two people, you're like, yeah, shit, they're not really down for the cause. Or you meet there's a director, there's just something that doesn't, you know, Walking Dead was one of those things that literally just got better and better and better. Like the more people I met, the more people's involvement. Everyone, there's no, you know, everyone does it for real and everybody really cares about it, and everyone. It's just such a badass group of people. So it's just, it's one of those things that really just got better and better, and everyone's commitment to it was I mean, they really, really care about the show. Everyone really, really cares, and we have literally the best fans in the entire world. I mean, there's nothing like it. Walking Dead fans are the shit, dude. And look, you know, I've done, you know, 6, 7 other jobs. I'm on a new TV show, all the shit. Walking Dead, that will always be my heart, you know, will always be my heart, that group of people down there, and there's a reason for that.
Thank you.
Okay, we're still rolling along here. We're looking good. Go ahead, young lady.
Hi there.
Hi there.
If you were in an actual zombie apocalypse
I
situation,
hate this. Yeah.
then what would your weapon be?
Shit, man, I don't know, like, you know, I always say like a baseball bat because it's quiet or shit, but like, you know, that's irresponsible of me. I don't know, I think, well, like, I hate this because I don't want to give this the wrong, but like, I feel like we're like the war dogs, you know, like imagine having like just some badass dogs, you know what I mean? Because they, you know, I think that would be cool. But you know, something quiet.
Dogs get eaten.
What's that?
What if your dogs get eaten?
But like, yeah, I don't think a zombie could get a dog, you know what I mean? I'm talking about like a badass dog, you know? Yeah.
He's got the answers for you, ma'am. Good job. Hi.
Hi. John, I just had my picture taken with you a little while ago. I just want to say you smell amazing.
Oh, jeez. Thank you, sir.
I have to tell you. He does. I've always been, my dream is to become an actress, and what always interests me the most is how did you, like a character such as Shane, how did you get to, I guess, the level of evilness? Like, how did you prepare yourself to get to that level that you were at?
Well, I think, look, I don't think, I can't ever look at it that way as evilness. I think that, you realize that actor, you really make I don't want to tell you, in my opinion, I think that you make a big mistake if you try to play a bad guy, or if you try to play a good guy. That's not how we live our life. Like, we don't say, oh shit, I'm gonna be fucking evil today. Like, nobody does that. You just have to want something really, 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 really bad and believe in something and believe in it at all costs. And that's actually not a hard thing for any of us to identify with. If you love somebody, if you love this child, if you love this woman, and you need to keep them safe, and you feel like these other people around are making mistakes and are making decisions that are endangering the people that mean more to you than anything else in the world, you just play the shit out of that, and then it gets real complicated when you start throwing in levels of guilt and mess up and saying, I'm not going to face my guilt and all that other stuff. But at the end of the day, I think human beings never operate out of, I'm trying to be evil, or I'm trying to be good. I think you're trying to get what you want. You're trying to do what you think, what you think you need to do, Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I didn't mean for it to sound like, go
no,
to evil.
No, I didn't mean it to that. You were meaning it that way, but I mean, that's it. I'm sorry.
I'm part Polish, man, so I can't choose my words.
No, but hey, listen, good luck, though.
Thank you very much.
But I do think that's the thing, I really wanted to keep them safe, that's just play that,
Awesome, thank you.
Rock and roll.
Hey, dude. We're all set. Oh, alrighty.
You all right?
Lady up. There you go. You made it. All right. Okay.
How you doing, John?
Hey, what's up, man?
Pretty good. Questions about Pacific.
Cool.
Thank you for shooting that, by the way. How was that experience, and what experiences did you take with you when you went to Walking Dead?
Man, good question. I love that. I made some of my best friends as actors on that job. It was a real honor to portray, real life Marines, and the Guadalcanal and the Battle of the Pacific. That's what made the Marines the Marines, it was just like, jobs like that. I did this movie World Trade Center as well. Jobs like that are just unbelievable honors. I just am about to start this new movie Fury. It's Brad Pitt and Shia LaBeouf and myself and Michael Pena. It's about a tank crew that's going to go behind enemy lines in Nazi Germany, and it's such an honor to be able to be in a movie like that. We're going to go through all the boot camps and do the weapons training, and my friends and my brothers are like, oh yeah, you going to actors boot camp? Is it really hard, dude? And it's not about that shit. I mean, I think it is funny when actors are like, oh, it's so hard, but I think that it's one of the really cool things about what we get to do is you get to really learn the shit out of a time period and a culture and a place, and it's up to you to kind of dive in fully, and I think it did help, with The Walking Dead, that kind of, war mentality, Right on.
Well, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Rooker was like screaming, you know what I mean? This is all serious. Yeah.
Yeah, it won't give us any information when it. Go on this side right here.
Okay. Hey, sweetheart. Hi.
I just wanted to know, my mom wanted to know. Are you single?
Shit. No, sweetheart, I'm not.
Okay. Young lady, out your mom.
Where's she at?
Where is she?
Where's your mom at?
Point at her.
Just do it. She's like, oh, hey, mama. How are you? She's single. Get her. Love at Comic-Con, romance at Comic-Con. Happens all the time. Fuck yeah, dude. You know what I mean? Good, smart people. Yeah, rock and roll. Thank you, sweetheart. That was very brave of you. And very cowardly of your mother. I'm just playing, girl.
Wow. Don't get married before the age of 30. over there. You've made it up.
Yeah, and that last dude kind of stole my question.
Oh, no.
I thought it was so hard to get up that I did want to just say I'm a huge history buff,
Oh,
and
cool.
especially World War II.
Okay.
And I was going to ask the same thing, what the experience was like filming the Pacific.
Yeah,
'Cause I
yeah.
had an uncle over there. So.
Oh, right on. Right on.
But that, you know, but thanks. You know,
You feel suffice? Like you feel like I answered it all right? Like you good?
Yes, yes.
Okay, rock and roll. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All righty.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Which cast members on The Walking Dead would you say you were closest with?
Ooh, man. Shit. You know, look, really all of them. I know that's such a lame-ass answer, but it is a family. Norm Nice is, that's my brother. Yeah.
John, who'd you go to strip clubs with?
I mean, that was it. We were all there, dude. We were all there. I mean, look, all of them. You know, Scott, Steven, Andrew Lincoln's my brother. Sarah Wayne Callie's love her with all my heart. You know, it's Melissa McBride. Holy shit! It's just such a wonderful. Yeah, it's such a wonderful group of people, and they're all like, it'd be like asking, you know, about your family. I don't mean to be a cheese dick. I'm telling the truth. It's literally like talking about your family. You know? I love them all. You know what I mean? Thank you, sweetheart.
Well, John, as we wait for Norman, is it okay if you just hang around for a little longer and entertain his game? You're rocking, dude. Go ahead, man.
We've been waiting on Norman all damn day. Yeah.
What's up, John?
What up, dude?
At the end of season 3, Carl blames Rick for Lori's death. How do you think Shane would have took that if he survived that long?
Say it again. Okay, so the end of
How do you
season
think
3.
Shane would have took Lori's death, according to Rick?
How would, according to Rick?
Yeah, how would he react to Rick?
Shit, man. I mean, Lori dying for Shane would have been, you know, that would have been it. I mean, you know, she was kind of, you know, everything for him, you know, and I don't know, man. All I know is that I think that single episode was the best episode, in my opinion, of The Walking Dead. You know, I thought that the way that, you know, the work that Andy did, you know, when he got back, and I'd throw up there when Norm found Rooker dead. You know, I think you know what Andy did when he found that out. You know, it's just so beautifully played and so realized. You know, perfectly realized. And I don't know, man. There would have been hell to pay. You know. Yeah. All right. Thanks a lot. All right, man.
John, your impression on the writing, starting from season 1. Well, season 3, we know that's history, but
Impression on the writing.
Do you, with all the showrunners, the changes and whatever?
Yeah, I know.
How do you think the writing has progressed, if not degressed, maybe?
I don't know. Look, it's super hard, you know, because TV is really a writer's, you know, medium, you know. But you know, the Walking Dead, they give so much power to the actors. Everybody goes in and pitches in the writer's room, and the actors really have a big part in it. You know, I think Frank Darabont is, you know, that's my guy. He's a genius, you know, and I thought what he did in season 1 was incredible, and you know, I'm working with him now. You know, he's one of a kind. I think that there's there has and always will be unbelievable talent in that writer's room. But I will say that Scott Gimple, I think, is one of the most talented writers out there, period, end of story. And if you liked from season 2, you know, if you liked when Otis got shot, if you liked when the barn door got opened up, if you liked 11 miles, or what was it, 8 miles out? 18 miles, what's wrong with me? 18 miles out? But, you know, those are all his episodes, you know, and he's an unbelievably strong writer, and, you know, he's in charge now. And Glenn is wonderful too. I mean, they're all great, and they're all different, you know.
Awesome, good answer.
Yeah.
Hi.
Political.
I was just wondering if you would play Mad Libs with me. I just need an adjective.
Let's roll.
All right, yeah. Just an adjective.
Oh, just to start.
Yeah,
Dude,
just
you're gonna expose. I don't know shit for grammar right now. An adjective. That's like a describer, right?
Yeah, it describes like a thing, right?
Say
no,
what?
wait, no, an adjective.
You don't
describes...
even know. An adjective. Fat.
Fat?
Yeah, is fat an adjective? Yeah. All right, let's go. What else?
All right. Let's see. We've got a verb ending in ing.
Plotting.
All right, and then a noun.
Shit.
Thank you so much.
All right, sweetheart. I'm sorry for cursing kids.
What the hell was that? Okay.
Oh, they want you to read it probably. You want to? Oh, you don't have it? Fair enough, sweetheart. Okay.
Wow.
Firefly.
That's freaking awesome. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Is that kill zombies on your? Oh,
Yes.
keep calm and kill zombies. Okay.
Yes. You see, you do have Asian fans.
Hey.
Hey. Okay, so my question for you was kind of stolen by the guy in front of me.
All right.
But
Stop stealing questions.
I wanted to know if Shane was actually alive during that time, do you think he would blame Rick for Laurie's death? I mean, yeah, for Laurie's death, and then would he take care of little ass kicker?
Well, I mean, he's little ass kicker Shane's baby. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, I mean, that's how. So and that, you know, of course he'd take care. Of course, you know. But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I mean, this is like terribly embarrassing, but I feel like I don't know. I'm not close enough to the situation. You know, I'm dead, dude. You know, so I don't know. I don't know exactly how Shane would feel about Laurie's death and Rick's involvement in that.
Do you think that would soften him a bit? That
Who,
he
Shane?
had a baby? Yeah.
I hope so, but I mean, I think, you know, I was talking earlier today with this guy, and he was talking to me about, you know, that last scene when Shane died and stuff, and he said, you know, it kind of looked like Shane wanted to die in that scene, and that was always, you know, my way that I wanted it to be. Like, I wanted Shane to be taking Rick out into the woods to make Rick kill Shane, to make Rick the man, make him man enough to be able to raise Shane's baby. You know, like, that's always the way I looked at it. And you know, I think I think Shane knew that he had to go when he did go, and I think it really services the show. I think it really made the show better having Shane be gone, and I, you know, because it services all the storylines, you know.
Okay, great.
Rock and roll. All right, sweetheart.
Ladies and gentlemen, the only living soul amongst this cast of Walking Dead members, Norman! John Bernthal, Norman Reedus, Walking Dead. And you can meet John downstairs. You know where he is. You know where he's been this entire event. Norman, they've been waiting on you, man. Up here, downstairs. Every time I turn around, you got a line somewhere. Norman. We have a no videotaping policy. No videotaping. Sorry, no videotaping. We got a policy here. You can't do that, man. Can't. You're all right, man. You'll see yourselves on YouTube shortly, I'm sure.
What's up? Hi, guys. Hi. I love you back. I love you back. Yeah. Wow. How's this work?
Alrighty, first off, let's talk a little bit about yourself real quick, and then we have two sides for questions if you guys got questions. Remember, line up for it. Let me ask, how's it been, man? You're the only one alive so far. What's going on? You know? Hey, look, man.
This way.
Your brother done turned on you? You won't get with the short crop girl? If you don't want her, man, you can just pass on to me.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Where were we?
Yeah. How's it been working on the show, dude?
Oh, it's awesome.
Good. Tell me everything you know about season 4 right now.
I will say that these scripts for season 4 are the best scripts we've ever gotten. The stories are so good. We're all very excited. We just started episode 3, and it's amazing. It's really good. You're gonna freak out. I mean, we're freaked out, so you're gonna freak out.
Well, so are you. You're really good. You're really not unlike the character that you play on the show. I'm really proud that you're here, not that racist bastard I had here first. You know? I love you to death, brother. Yeah. Let's start with some questions. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. This side. Go for it.
Sorry. Hi, Norman.
Hi there.
This is kind of meant for all of the cast, but more especially for you. The Walking Dead has changed my life so much. I've met so many cool people. I have so many new friends because of The Walking Dead and you. And I don't think I can ever thank you guys enough for that. So
that's thanks enough right there. Yeah. You're so sweet.
Thank you. And whenever I've had a bad day, I just think about you mainly, or The Walking Dead. And then I instantly feel better, so.
Good.
My question is more of a request, and I'm not sure if it's inappropriate, so I'm sorry if it is. But can you hold me like you did a little ass kicker?
Yeah.
Wizard World in no way endorses nor encourages the touchy-feely scenarios that you have going on right here, unless it's with me. Oh, that's so sweet. Alrighty, real quick, so we try to get through as many of you folks as we possibly can because he is on a tight schedule. We are a little behind schedule here. Make sure, one question only, make it short and sweet, please.
Hi, Norman.
Hi, sweetie.
Okay, so I've been an artist ever since I was about 5 years old, and recently I started taking up photography, and I was wondering if you could look at some of the pictures that I took.
Yeah, totally. Throw them up here, let's take a look.
Got him?
Yeah, thanks, babe. Yeah, these are right on, let's check these out. Oh, these are great. Wow, very cool. Yeah.
They're actually for you to keep if you like.
Oh, thanks. Thank you, honey. You know, I had a photography show in New York not too long ago for Oxfam. It all went to charity, and they asked to have pictures of Georgia. But I ride my motorcycle every day to set, so there's all this roadkill everywhere. So I did 30 large-scale photos of roadkill. Yeah, we sold all of them, but I mean, they were like, we don't want pictures with cat's eyes popped out. And I'm like, well, then cancel the show. And they're like, no, we'll do it. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
And thank you so much, and I love you so much.
Oh, I love you back.
Oh, he sure does keep in character with the show, right? All righty. Let's kill him and cut him and shoot a picture of him. How you doing? Go for him.
I don't know how these things work. Hi. Okay, so my question for you is, if you weren't an actor, or I think everybody has a dream job, something that they can't do, like I would love to be on Broadway, but I can't dance and I can't sing, so that's just never gonna happen. What would yours be?
I mean, my plan at one point was to just live like in Montauk in a house full of cats and just paint, you know what I mean? And then when I was really little, I wanted to be Jacques Cousteau. I wanted to be a marine biologist and wear stripes and just like, you know, grow my hair out, you know what I mean? So.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi.
There you go.
I love you.
I love you back.
Everybody makes fun of your crying face on.
I was the first one.
I love your crying face.
Oh, thank you.
My question was, when in season 2, Daryl was like the most involved in finding Sophia, probably more than Carol. Why do you think she like didn't even look for her at all? But
Look at you! Oh my God! She didn't care one bit. You're so funny.
Why do you think that Daryl was the most involved with that whole finding Sophia?
I think because, you know, he was an abused kid and I always wanted to play him, you know, like that, and I wanted to play him in a way that, you know, some of the scripts had him saying racist things or taking drugs or whatever, and I didn't want to do it. I wanted to play him like he grew up in that family, but once that he's away from that element, he was always sort of embarrassed of who he was, you know what I mean? I think it gave him more